What's up, guys? It's Beast Mo with the Haven family, and I'm gonna bring you my first feud prep video. And we got the Titan starting in a few hours, a little over 5 hours, and just gonna show you how I approach it and my thought process on why I do what I do with it. A lot of people like to go in with one strong guy and a bunch of fodder, and I don't think that's the way to do it this time out. The reason is we're getting so many points for taking away HP. And, the first time brawl is fine, but the big points are coming from the HP. You're going to get 800k points for taking 4 mil from the Titan. So if all your other opponents, you take a mil from them too, and there's 4 of them, you're looking at 1.6 mil just from that. Plus, the one-time bonuses, you're going to, kick some butt, really. So the way I'm going to do it today is, first off, I gotta have a Titan killer. I'm running with Priest. He's 1.9 mil on turn 1, and every single turn set up this way. So I got Razar, keeps him turn 1. Got the plus on a match right there, a little bit of bleed from carry, and you're getting 100% to your bleed move. So I'm going to try to look and see if I could take him to 5-star silver, if that'll get me to 2.2 mil, and then I could turn 2 these Titans, but I still have to do the math on that. Now, if the Titan is running anti-bleed, because that strap's in the shop right now, I'm going to use Rock. And I'm not going to run them like I normally do. I'm going to run them with all Hell Steel guys, and then I have the time once again plate, so anytime I make a purple match, I gain yellow MP. And I don't want to break my trap gems. I want my opponent to do that. So if I can get a purple match turn 1 and not cause a cascade, every single turn after that, my finisher and kick out will be ready. So I'm going to show you when we're going through it. Then I'm going to run Ford, but he's not my main Titan killer. So he's going with the triple color build. And I just beefed up that finisher as much as I could do. And then Luke, because I freaking love Luke. He hits so hard, and he's turn 1 with 2-3 matches, just like Priest. Usually recycles if you need him to. So we're going to go through an actual battle with each one of these guys and check our time and see how we can do. It's 1:48. Let's see what time it is when we get into one of these matches. We're going to go against Triple H, like I always do, just because he's set up so well, and you'll know kind of what you're getting yourself into. How your guys are going to actually perform in the actual feud. So, it's still 1:48. And who do we want to start with first? Who do we got in there? We got Luke in there. So, let's just start with Luke. We're going to call it 1:49 because the clock's about to change. We'll see if we can get this done in 10 minutes or less. That's going to be my goal. Now, you could use just the one person over and over again, and that's fine. If he's hitting as hard as everybody else. But when you put in fodders, you're going to have a bunch of fodders to face. So you're losing so many points that way. Yeah, it's 1:49. Oops, I did not mean to do that. All right, so you're going to want to set up two breaks and then a future break with him. And hopefully not cause a cascade. Like that purple, that was a little dangerous. I really shouldn't have done that. We got lucky. And then you're going to want to set up a cascade with those reds. And then I'm breaking, I guess we could just break that one too. And you just got to break one of these. Excuse me. I haven't been feeling too well lately. Hopefully I'm feeling fine for this feud. And then we can break this one, we can break this one, we can break this one, and then that's it. So let's see what this hits for. We did 300k in move damage so far. And not a big cascade, and we hit him for another 900k. So that was 1.2 mil on turn 1. And you don't have to go that crazy with the setup. I just try to set up a future red 3 break because you're going to get a lot of damage from it. And you could put the cross breaks on red gems because you get the bonus from Z Cena. Alright, so who's up next? Let's go with Ford, and then we'll do Priest, And then I'll show you how Rocky's going to look against a Titan. Bring him forward. Now, Ford is going to be really good, too, if you run his bleed setup yellow, blue, blue. I think he's going to do around the same amount of damage as Priest, but he's going to be turn 3. The problem I have with him is he doesn't recycle, so you're looking for a yellow match. And I have the plate on, so he can also take a red match that gains yellow MP, but it's not a guarantee. If you don't have either of those, you might be stuck waiting a turn or two to fill that 5 charge yellow back up, and Priest is a guarantee. He has the green move that fills his blue. We'll do him next. Look at that, 1 mil. Not a bad looking finisher, huh? I still have to finish building him up. I don't have the 200% metal for him, and I don't have, who is it, Bailey? She's not maxed out yet either. So I'll still be able to add about another 100%, maybe another 200-300K to his finisher. And it's already so strong. Oh man, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not getting sick, man. If I'm sick for this feud, I'm going to be very upset. It has been so long since I didn't feel well. Alright, so that's 2 up, 2 down. Now we're going to bring in Priest. He is 5-star bronze. And I love using this card. His finisher now is going to be double with the bleed. So instead of a 400k bleed, it's going to be an 800k bleed. And then the 2 green moves are about 500k each. So that's 1.8 mil, maybe a little bit more than that. And all you need is 2-3 matches. So let's go 1 here, 1 there. You don't need the extra MP or the extra green gems from Rizar. You need the extra blue MP. That's what keeps them turn 1. And then 500k finisher, another 400k bleed, will be 800k in the Titan feud. This is usually enough to keep these guys down though. Look, he's already down to 500, and he's got a 400k bleed on him. So as long as they don't get out of the first one, he's usually fine. Okay, 3 up, 3 down, and we are at 53. So we're 4 minutes in. We're through 3 matches. And now it's going to slow down. I may not use Rock and Balor. So I would basically just reuse Priest since he's my strongest. And then get through it, because you're still going to get the points from the HP. You're just going to lose 50k points from the first time bonus, which is fine because speed is what you're looking for. But I'm going to use them right now just to show you how I have them set up. But if I was actually in a brawl right now, I would see where my partner's at and, determine from there or who I'm facing. But I probably won't be using Rock or Balor very often. Because you're going with such high roster, you're getting the points from the AP or the HP. All right, right now let's just fill our finisher or our kick out. And then cool, he just broke that, so now we're good to go. So every single turn now, my finisher will be ready. And if he ever fills his MP and pins us, we'll use the kick out and take all of his health. So you're stealing 400k every single time. And watch, on his kick out, he's going to fill our finisher. So you got to go through 3 cycles against a 5-star silver, though, doing this. And I probably would have been out of the match if I had Priest in there. That's why I will not use Rock, just to try to get an extra 25k points for a first-time win. That just doesn't make any sense. Unless you're waiting on your partner anyway. That's when I would use it. He may not get out of this one. But if he does, we're good to go because he's going to hit us with all those blues, pin us. He filled our our finisher again for us. So this match is going great. What is this, our 4th turn coming up though? So you're losing time right now. And it's just not necessary for 25k points, Alright, so now we're going to use our kick out. I think it dropped to 1 mil from 1.3 mil, the way I had to set them up, yeah. But that's okay, because now we're just going to hit the finisher and this match is over. Alright, now we have to use Balor. And that's another thing. I'm not going to face Balor often or use him often, but if I do, it's going to be against a 5-star bronze or less. There's no way I'm going to put this guy up against a 5-star silver. So let's switch real quick, and we'll go to a 5-star bronze. You know, if the bleed procs one time, alright, let's just use him. No, let's stay against a 5-star bronze because his bleed isn't a ×2 right now, but in the feud it will be. So instead of a 1.7 mil HP guy, we'll go against a 700k HP guy, and that'll be the exact same thing as if we had the bleed bonus, if you're following me on that. Alright, let's just get in here, bring him in, and he is the Titan Trial. Perfect. And I have him with the bleed. I didn't put the leech gems out because you're going to give points away to your opponent that way. So I didn't do that. And I actually thought about running Hall of Fame Austin, Rock, and Sacco in that middle lane. All have their kickouts ready turn 1. But that would have just been so horrible to face in a feud. You guys would have hated me for that. Alright, now we're going to look to see if we can make some 3 breaks. I'm trying to hurry up. I can't do it right there. That's where I want to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I learned a cool little trick from a friend today. ASN. He showed me that if you do... Oh, I just totally screwed everything up. Normally I would swipe that purple into the yellow, and that's where the wild card would go. But if I swipe the yellow into the purple, the wild card will be on that row on bottom. And I just learned that little trick today, so that's actually pretty cool. It depends on which gem you swipe, which is going to become the wild card when you're swiping into a 5 break. I never knew that before. So that's pretty cool. So now we're going to have to do a bleed, put a 1x3, hopefully get 2 bleeds off in this thing. Because now the clock's just clicking. Do you see why I'm not going to use these 2 guys? It's just not smart. But you still want to bring a high roster in and use that. That's when you can use the same guy over and over again. You're bringing all those other people in mostly to make sure you're having a lot of HP to take from people, but you could just use Lee over and over and over again. But bring in 4 or 5-star silvers, 4 or 5, for him to kill. You know, if you go with fodder, you're losing a bunch of points, and you're still going to take the same amount of time to go through the one cycle of moves. You're going to beat a fodder with Lee in the same time as you're going to beat a 5-star silver. Does that make sense? I should have said that from the jump. So bring in a really high roster, and you could just use one guy over and over again. All right, it is 1:40. So that took us 10 minutes. And we used 2 guys I'm normally not going to use. We were through those first 3 matches in 4 minutes. So I'm definitely going to stay under 10 minutes. That's the goal. I'm going to try to get closer to 8. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. So let's go real quick back into the lineup. You know, if I threw in, instead of say Rock here and this guy, like took these out and just put fodders, well, I'm going to have fodders to face. You could still use, say you had Ford up here on the top. He's going to turn 1 everybody you fight, right? So why bring in fodders and lose all that HP fighting fodders when it's going to take you the same amount of time to use Ford to beat somebody with 1.4 mil health? So I hope you guys get that, and it'll help you in the future. There is times that you want to bring in a bunch of fodder. It's just, this isn't one of them. So anyway, guys, I really enjoyed making this video. I'm going to make one when I'm doing the actual feud, so you'll get a better feel for how long it takes and who I pick and why I pick them and stuff like that. And I always appreciate you guys watching and the support, and just leave me a comment, subscribe, you know, that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the feud. Good luck tonight. It's going to be tough. Take care.